The next day, the students were heading to school. Sio's friend asked if she was not going to contact Fang and apologize, reminding her that yesterday they had skipped the exam to secretly go and support Song Fei. She was sure that Qin Fang must be upset with her. Sio refused since she had done nothing wrong, and because of him, they had almost missed the entrance time. According to her, Qin Fang was the one who should apologize. Her friend tried to persuade her since Qin Fang treated her very well and also asked what had happened to her face. Sio stood firm in her decision since all Qin Fang did was interfere in her affairs, and she made up an excuse saying that she had tripped and hurt her face. Upon arriving at the school, they saw many students crowded in front of a classroom. The friend became curious and, pushing through the crowd, entered the classroom where she saw that Yang Wei's body was becoming partially transparent. One of Jiang Wei's friends explained that he wasn't very certain, but just now, Wei had said he was going to rest, and when they turned around, he was already like this. This was not an isolated incident, it was spreading all over the internet. People from every corner of the world were experiencing the same phenomenon. Some experts said that if one fell asleep, they would enter a ghost-like, semi-transparent state, and no one knew the reason. The friend immediately became alert and decided to call her parents to warn them, and also advised Jio to call her brother as well, just in case. But she refused since she would rather see him dead than reach out to him. Meanwhile, Qin Fang upgraded the new skill, Greedy Hand, raising it from bronze quality to gold tier. Now, when looting an enemy, the chance of obtaining an extra piece of loot increased from 20% to 70%. Because of this, our boy activated Greedy Hand and obtained 2 points. Qin Fang tightened his fist and triggered the skill, gaining 2 evolution points and 46 days of tradable lifespan. He was more than satisfied and knew that to upgrade Greedy Hand to level 3, he needed 3 points, and that soon he would have a guaranteed chance of obtaining extra loot. He knew that the governments around the world must have already noticed the situation, and that more and more people would soon enter the game. Therefore, he had to speed up his progress and equip anything he could use. Qin Fang equipped the corrosive dagger of bronze quality, gaining 35 attack points and 4 agility points. He activated Shadow Stealth to avoid attracting the monsters, knowing that it wouldn't take long before people realized that the skills and equipment from this game could be brought into the real world, and once that happened, the world would fall into chaos. Extracting skills and equipment required 2 requirements. First, reaching level 10, and second, possessing enough tradable lifespan. Fighting small monsters took too much time, so he decided to search for stronger bosses. While moving through the area, he heard the sounds of battle. When he reached the cliff, he saw several players engaged in combat against a level 2 sprint predator of bronze grade. Qin Fang had been planning to hunt stronger bosses, and now he had found a sprint predator at the perfect moment. The monster lunged, but the player wielding a shield and mace blocked the attack with ease. It was Wang Mang. Qin Fang did not expect to encounter him here. Realizing that the rumors were accurate, it was said that when Wang Mang first entered the Forsaken game, he had assembled an entire team of hidden class players. All 6 members of his team were hidden class users. Wang Mang cast Holy Barrier, forming a golden shield that repelled the monster. He possessed the hidden class Holy Shield Warrior, which granted him double the base stats of a normal warrior. As if that were not enough, he also had an innate invincibility skill. While the monster was distracted, the mage on the team summoned a fireball that struck the creature's arm directly. She had the mage hidden profession Prophet, which allowed her to deal twice the magical damage of a standard mage and included a built-in prophetic fireball. The archer possessed the hidden profession Sharp-Eyed Shooter, granting double stats compared to a normal archer and an integrated rapid shot skill. The priest had the Oracle Priest class, which provided double the healing output of a normal priest along with a group healing ability. The archer and mage launched their attacks together, but the monster dodged them effortlessly and counterattacked Wang Mang, forcing him to retreat. Seeing that ranged attacks were ineffective, the archer began to panic. The priest healed Wang Mang, and he concluded that the best approach was to continuously pressure the boss while relying on healing support. Observing this, Qin Fang thought that Wang Mang was being overly optimistic. He knew that the most important factor was being overlooked. This was the wilderness. A prolonged battle would draw in other monsters. Just then, 2 monsters emerged behind Wang Mang. Qin Fang recognized them as corruptors, standard level 2 monsters coated in dark brown mud and specialized in ranged attacks. The team's swordsman rushed forward and struck one of them. He possessed a hidden class that Qin Fang had never seen before. The attack dealt 33 damage, and the swordsman immediately realized that the monster's defense was extremely high. The corruptor spewed mud onto the swordsman. It was groundbind, reducing his movement speed. The second corruptor began pursuing the mage, forcing her to flee with tears streaming down her face. At that instant, Qin Fang appeared, decapitating the monster in a flash and dealing 441 damage, saving the mage and leaving everyone stunned. The attack was so overwhelming that the corruptor was killed in a single strike. The mage was left confused, unsure who had helped them. With assistance from his sword, the swordsman stood up, shaken by the sight of a level 2 corruptor being eliminated instantly when it normally took their entire team 10 seconds to defeat a level 1. The remaining corruptor attempted to attack, but once again Qin Fang moved like lightning, decapitating it. The swordsman began to tremble, asking Li Zai if she had seen who it was. She panicked, saying she hadn't seen anything. Wang Mang stood and told them not to lose focus, secretly hoping that Qin Fang was on their side. Only the sprint predator remained. Qin Fang watched from a tree branch. As a reward for killing 2 level 2 corruptors, he received 40 experience points, 1 evolution point, the skill book Venom Dart of common quality, and 8 days of tradable lifespan. Without hesitation, Qin Fang evolved Venom Dart, recognizing it as an ideal mid-range poison skill. After evolution, the skill advanced to level 2 and upgraded from common to silver quality. It allowed the user to throw a poisonous dart with a maximum distance of 14 meters, dealing 120 attack damage and applying venom with a 5-second cooldown. Venom inflicted 50% damage per second for 5 seconds and could not be stacked. The monster attacked again. Wang Mang blocked the strike with his shield, but the creature pierced his stomach with a sharp limb. Wang Mang dropped his shield and mace, and the monster followed up with another stab, causing excruciating pain. The archer shuddered in fear, and the priest panicked, knowing he couldn't heal quickly enough. In desperation, Wang Mang ordered them to retreat.